Hello guys, welcome to another video. First of all, I said that this story doesn't belong to me, so if you read the full story for yourself, you can go down in the description to find the link to the original post and read the full story for yourself. That being said, let's get into the video. What if Minato had adopted Obito or a better route? Chapter 48 and Part 48. 10 people had made it to the finals in total. 1 rock ninja, 3 sand ninjas, and 6 leaf ninjas. There would have to be two fights before the qualifications to narrow down to 8. So 4 unlucky people would be getting an extra fight to two of the 4. All of the finalists watched breathlessly as the first match was called out. Match on. Karutsuchi versus Hinata. The two girls smirked at each other from across the balcony. They were both clearly hoping to face one another. Naruto was about to tell her to make sure and keep her cool during the fight, but Hinata stopped him. Don't bother telling me to relax, Naruto-kun. I am kicking her ass the moment that fight begins. Naruto just blinked a couple of times. He would never seen Hinata angry before. It was kind of hot, if you say so, Hinata-chan. The next match was called out. Match 2. Mito versus the winner of match on. Mito wasn't sure she liked it. If Hinata won, then she would have to face one of her best friends. Guess that's just away things went. She was broken out of her thoughts by the next match being called out. Match 3. Kankuro versus Naruto. Kankuro growled. Naruto was one of the only two people she was really afraid of getting. He could always keep up with Gara for he could always keep up with Gara, for God's sake. He didn't have time to dwell on his thoughts. Match 4. Tamari versus Shikamaru. That was not good. The couple looked at each other with questioning eyes. Shikamaru was the first to speak. It's troublesome, but you better not hold back. I don't want to risk promotion just for you. Tamari nodded. Same to you, lazy boy. Another match was called out. Match 5. Kakashi versus the winner of match 4. Kakashi was a little sad he couldn't get to face one at full strength, but at least neither of them would put a good uh, either of them would put up a good fight. The last match was called out. Match 6. Gara versus Kiva. Kiva looked very utterly terrified. He wasn't sure he possibly could have gotten a first opponent. He could have he could have to he would have to make his first match a hell of a good one for he wanted to be if he wanted to be promoted. Hayate told the crowd one last thing. You will have a month to prepare for this fight. Train as hard as you can and be ready. Show that show what you have got a month from now on. Good luck to all of you. Hayate walked out of the room and Anko turned to her students. Meet me and the pervert here at our usual spot in half an hour. Hinata, you come too. They all were curious as to what was in store for them, so they immediately went to the training grounds. Joraya and Anko found their students had arrived 10 minutes early. They were really excited for all of this. Anko spoke up first. We have already got a training schedule ready for all 4 of you. Kakashi is gonna be the only one I'm gonna be training personally since he's got the snake contract, and he will be training with his father and Itachi for his Sharingan some too. You know when they have time off anyways. When they have time anyways. Don't worry though, we have got something for the rest of you too. Joraya looked at Naruto. Hinata's gonna be training with her father and cousin. So you and I are gonna go on for the next month. Naruto was pumped. Awesome. What are we gonna do? Jiraiya gave a small chuckle at his enthusiasm. I will be helping you learn how to improve your control over the QV's chakra. Not to mention, I am finally gonna start teaching you your father's jutsu, the Rasengan. Naruto looked like he was gonna explode. Yes, finally! Mito had an idea for what he was gonna be doing. Let me guess. I am training with mom. Joraya figured she already knew. Yep. She says. Yep. Says she's got something special for you too. Kakashi looked at Anko. Will Sasuke train with Kakashi for the Sharingan stuff? Anko shrugged. Probably. Minato was already up and going to her house. I will see you all later. I got to go see my father about my training. Jorah and the rest of them wept as she ran off, and then he looked at the rest of them. Enjoy the rest of the day off, because we really start training tomorrow. See you then. They left the training ground as their students heavily chattered about their training. It was gonna be a crazy month, that was for sure. Sasuke sat at the table at home, poking his food but not really eating it. No matter how hard he tried, he couldn't just think of a way to stop that snake Orochimaru's plan. He had to find a way to while still making sure Kakashi wouldn't get hurt. However, that seemed all but impossible when facing someone as smart as Orochimaru. Itachi walked into the kitchen and greeted his little brother. Hello, Sasuke. I heard you had to forfeit in the Chunin exams due to the chakra complication. I am very sad to hear that. You could have gone quite far. Sasuke didn't seem to be confident about it. Yeah, I guess. Itachi gave a small frown. Everything all right, little brother? Sasuke nodded nervously. Yeah. Why wouldn't it be? Itachi could see he was lying. Sasuke, you cannot hide it from me. Something is clearly bothering you. Sasuke got up from the table and left quickly. His brother knew him too well, so he knew he couldn't last long. I'm sad. I said I'm fine. Please just drop it. Had a wide eye. He couldn't believe it. His brother never hid anything from him. What the hell was going on? Hinata swallowed with pride as she told her father about the fight. He let her go on about everything that happened, despite the fact that he already knew most of it. Neji had gotten home before Hinata and told everyone what had happened. To say the Hyuga's council was shocked to be an understatement. Some had even called Neji had thrown the match for Hinata's sake. Of course, that wasn't the case. In fact, Neji had admitted to considering attempting to kill her during the match. The council knew this made Hinata the front runner for the clan head, and they weren't happy to say they all knew of Hinata's intention to ban the cage bird seal, and she was getting close to doing it. With Nezi's support, the Bransu's family now fully had her back too. Hiyashi gave her daughter a hug and told her, I'm so proud of you, Hinata. You have proven to this clan and everyone else just how strong you are. Tomorrow I am starting your training for our clan's most prized technique. Neji, I believe you have been working on it already. Neji was surprised he knew, but nodded. Yes, I have almost completed it. The 8 tetragram palm rotation, our most powerful defense. I would be honored to help Hinata learn it. Hayashi chuckled. I was going to help you complete it too. But if you wish to help Hinata learn it too, I wouldn't stop you. The three of them continued to plan for the next month. It was gonna be some interesting training, but they were ready. Itachi and Hana sat in the park eating rice peacefully. It was beautiful day with lots of sun and a nice breeze. The two of them had been dating for the past 3 months and had found they really enjoyed one another's company. They had actually ended up going out when uh, do, uh, Hana's dogs tracked Itachi and started licking him on day. He could be helping his little brother team delivered dog food to the Inuzuka compound at the time. Hana offered to buy him lunch to make it up to him, and things just took off from there. Itachi had accepted very quickly as he would been rather at, attracted to her since they danced at Anko and Iruka's wedding. They were quite the couple. Hana looked over at Itachi and could see he was deep in thought. What are you thinking so hard about, sweetie? Itachi took another small bite of rice. Sasuke is hiding something from me. Something is very clearly bothering him, but he refuses to talk about it. Hana didn't see what the big idea was. Maybe he's got a crush or something. Itachi shook his head. No, if that were the case, Sasuke would be asking me for advice. You have to understand, Hana-chan, he doesn't hide things from me. There's something very wrong here. Hana gave him a gentle kiss on the cheek. It will be okay, Itachi. I'm sure Sasuke will come to you if it gets too serious. Itachi still felt like something big was going on with his brother, but knew he couldn't do anything about it at the moment. He would just enjoy the rest of his date for now. Moreover, he would be conflicting Seiju as soon as he could. Naruto got to the training grounds almost 15 minutes early. He had never been this excited before in his life. Jiraiya was finally gonna show him one of his father's most famous moves, the Rasengan. He would be one of the he would be one of only three peoples ever to learn it. That was just freaking awesome. When got to the training ground, when Joraya got training ground, it didn't take long for him to see just how excited Naruto was. There is a lot of spelling mistake in this part, that's why I'm struggling. All right. It was a good thing too, because this training wasn't going to be easy. He walked over and told him, "Sit down. I have gotta explain what we all are gonna be doing first. Gonna be doing first. I will be teaching you two things at once, so we are gonna have to do it a little differently than we usually do." Naruto couldn't wait. Alright, so how are we gonna do it? Jiraiya motioned to a box he had been carrying with him to the training ground. The box is filled with water balloons. Go and grab me one of them. Naruto didn't know what the hell he needed a balloon for, but knew the better than to question him. He brought one over and handed to him. Okay, now what? Joraiya took the balloon. I'm gonna channel my chakra in this so that the water spins, and eventually the balloon pops like this. Naruto watched as the balloon started to get a little bumpy all over it and eventually popped. He had to admit that was kind of awesome, cool. So that's all I gotta do. Joraiya told him what else he had planned. Make as many clones as you can and do what I did. If you got more clones than balloons, I will go get you some more. Naruto didn't get it. Why do I do that? Jiraiya had figured all of this out earlier. I have got twofold. It's twofold. One, you will get the memories of your clones, making it easier for you, and two, I will I will drain even it will drain even your chakra pretty quickly. You of your chakra pretty quickly. Naruto was starting to get the picture. Okay, but why are we trying to drain my chakra? Joraya was getting a little tired of explaining all of this. So that you have to use the QB's chakra so we can train you with it. Look, just get started and come get me when you run out of chakra. I'm gonna be working on some seal stuff under that tree. Naruto nodded and started to make some clones. Time to get to work. Kakashi looked to Anko confused. Kakashi's gonna learn what? Anko rolled her eyes. She had just gotten to their training ground and told him what she was gonna teach him. Shadow Snake hands. It's not that hard to remember. Is that that's where snakes come out of your hands. Kakashi wasn't sure that made sense, but Kakashi can already shoot snakes from his hands. He just summons them. Anko smacked his forehead. Smacked her forehead. You don't shoot the snakes from your hands. Your hands turn into a bunch of snakes that attack your enemy. Kakashi went wide-eyed. That sounds awesome. Show Kakashi how to do that. Uncle sighed. At least he was excited. Mito looked at her mother as as she discussed what she would be training her. Tsunade pointed to the diamond on her forehead. Do you know what this is? Mito smiled. A tattoo. Tsunade giggled. No, it's a seal. I am sealing off whatever extra chakra I have into this seal so that I can release it later. The healing and heal myself without using any hand seals. That is what I'm gonna be showing you how to do. The first stage of it at least. Mita was grinning ear to ear. Not only she was gonna be able to heal herself without any hand seals, but she would have one of those cool diamond on her foreheads too. That's all for part 48 and chapter 48, or 40. Minato had adopted Obito or a better route. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.